Hi students, good morning. Yesterday we have discussed the concept or introduction part of electrostatics. As you know, just once I will try to revise the previous things what we have discussed, and later onwards we will continue the today's new concept it is. Today what we are going to discuss just is the continuation part of the previous session and little it is advanced concept of what we have stopped in the previous class, right? So yesterday we have discussed the introduction part of electrostatics. See, basically as you know, electrostatics is nothing but what we are discussing here. We have discussing here that is electrostatics is a branch of physics which deals with the study of charges. Regarding that we have discussed in the previous class. See, totally from the nature how we got the quantity charge and electric charge, that already we have discussed in the previous class. Charge is nothing but what it is. As you know, charge is nothing but charge is a quantity or it is a property of a body, or property of a material or property of a particle which apply the force on the other particle. Means applying the force on the other particle itself is charge. And by colliding the two charged particle with a high speed, the spark will come out during the collision of two charges. That spark is nothing but what we have said. Spark is a Greek word. In Greek language, spark is nothing but electron. So finally in the last class we have defined electric charge, right? So electric charge is nothing but it is a quantity. Just I will write the definition for you. Electric charge. Electric charge. It is a characteristics of particle or matter which apply the force on other particle or body. This is up to here we have discussed in the previous class. From the concept of electric charge, now we are going to continue the today's lecture. So electric charge is nothing but it is a character or property of a body or particle which applies the force on the other particle. See, and one more thing you should know this, that I will try to remember as in the previous class what we have discussed, that is electric charge, it is a inherent property. Electric charge is a inherent property. That means it is there under the matter or particle. Now see, electric charge, it is a scalar quantity. I hope you know the meaning of what is meant by scalar quantity and what is meant by vector quantity. So this is what electric charge I am going to continue from this concept. That is electric charge is nothing but is a property. Now see here, electric charge, what it makes, charge is nothing but applying the force on the other particle. Say, because of the attraction force, two particles will hold. The process of holding or attaching the two particles is known as, it is very important, the process of attaching the two particles or holding the two particles by a attractive nature is known as electrostatic cling. Say the process of that I will write here. The process of holding or attaching the two particles. Say the process of holding the two particles each other known as electrostatic cling. It is very important. Electrostatic cling is nothing but it is a process of holding the two particles. Because of what? Because of force of attraction between the two charged particles. Force of attraction or repulsion, it is a nature of the charge that you know, or characteristics that what we are discussing here since from the previous, right? So here electrostatic cling, it works like, or it helps to bond the two particles. So I will try to discuss a small discussion regarding these charges. When the charges are attracted to each other, when the two charged bodies, what happens? By the small discussion we will try to understand the concept here, right? Say roughly I will discuss here. Say I will take two charged bodies. Let us assume I will take two charged bodies. And when the two charged bodies brought nearer to each other, say these are the two charged bodies I am considering. Now I will try to brought nearer to each other. When the two bodies brought nearer to each other, the spark will come out from the two charged bodies, that we know. Already we have discussed in the previous class. When the two charged bodies brought nearer to each other, the spark will come out or lightning will come out from these two bodies. This is because of what? Collision of particles, that we know. Say when the spark will come out, these two charged bodies becomes uncharged. Initially these two bodies are charged. When the spark will come out because of these two bodies, after the spark out, these two bodies becomes uncharged. It is, say uncharged is nothing but what? Losing the charge or strength of the body itself is called discharge. It is. Initially I have taken charged bodies. When brought nearer to each other, the spark will come out. Let us assume spark will come out. Now you test these two bodies. These two bodies are uncharged. It is. This is what how the charged body is becoming uncharged body. Uncharged is nothing but the body is losing the charge or the body is losing the strength. That is what concept of charged and uncharged. Say how the body became charged. There are some methods are there. By experimental observation, we have decided by some methods we can give the charge to the uncharged body. We will discuss later. Before going to the methods of charging the bodies, we will discuss some important observation regarding the electric charges, right? Say we will discuss some important observation regarding the electric charges. Okay, see here. Now some experimental observation regarding the electric charge we will discuss. see some small experimental observation we are going to discuss here regarding the electric charges. See, I will take two charged body in the, as we know, two charged body when brought nearer each other, spark will come out, the charged body become uncharged body. So now for the small experiment I will take two charged bodies, and now I will hang the two charged bodies. Two charged bodies. Let us assume this body is made up of glass and this also made up of glass, right? Say this is first observation. These are the two charged bodies we are hanging here, and say on rubbing the plastic rod or a glass rod, the glass rod or plastic rod acquire the property of attracting nature, right? So as the same thing here, I have taken two glass bodies. Let us assume two glass bodies are charged. Now on observing this experimentally, we have observed here this glass body is moving in this direction and this body is moving in this direction. This shows what? There is a repulsion is taking place between the two bodies. This is first observation I got here. And in the second observation, same experiment I am going to do here. That is, one I will take plastic body, and here also I will take plastic body. Here also we have taken two bodies, but those bodies are made up of plastic. These bodies also we have made charged, and by observing experimental observation again we got this result. Again there is a repulsion is taking place between these two bodies. And similarly, one more experiment I am going to do here later onwards. That is, one I will say one I will take glass body and another one is I am going to take plastic body. This is plastic, let us assume. This is glass, let us assume. Both the bodies are charged. Now this time the result shows, say this body moves in this direction and this body moves in this direction. This shows what? There is a attraction is taking place between the two bodies. This shows. So by observing these experimental observation regarding the electric charge, I can say that electric charge, as you know, it is a property of applying the force on another body. So as a result of this, we got some results here. In the first case, repulsion we got here. In the second case also we got repulsion only. But in the third case, attraction we got here. See, here both the bodies are similar here. Just I am analyzing this experiment, how the bodies are attracting, how the bodies are repelling each other in the particular cases. So just I am analyzing here. In the first case, bodies are similar here. Similar. So in the while taking the similar bodies, I got repulsion. In the second case also, the bodies are taken similar only, but different body I have taken, but however bodies are similar here. So similar bodies, again I got repulsion only it is. But in the third case, what I have done, I had taken one is glass body, another one is plastic body I had taken. As a result of this, both the bodies are attracting towards each other. These bodies are dissimilar. That means, say, similar bodies acquires same kind of charges. Similar bodies acquires same kind of charges. Dissimilar bodies are acquiring or having different charges. So because of this reason, it may attracting in this case, it may repelling in this case. So by discussing all these things, finally scientists going to conclude that electric charge force shows both attractive as well as repulsive nature. Say, as we have discussed in the previous class, that is regarding the what gravitational force we have discussed in the nature. For the first in the nature we got gravitational force. Gravitational force is what? Attractive force it is. Gravitational force is what it is? Attractive force. Because I am trying to mention here the difference between how we have defined, how we have explained the gravitational force and electric charge force. See, gravitational force is attraction force. It doesn't show repulsion. It doesn't show repulsion. Say, attraction force, it is because of what? Because of mass of body, that we have discussed. But in the electric charge force, it is showing both attraction as well as repulsion. Say, gravitational force easily we have defined here. Gravitational force is attraction force because of the mass. So how the mass of the body is larger, that much of gravitational force is act on the body. Easily we have explained in the previous session. But in this case, in the electric charge force, little it is difficult to explain whether the electric charge force is attractive force or repulsive force. But experimental shows that both attraction force as well as repulsion force. So that, say, by thinking on this concept of electric charge force of attraction or repulsion, finally we have made a rule. How we have made a rule for the gravitational force. It is because of mass. Like that, we try to made a rule, that is here, say, because of mass the gravitational force is taking place, and that is the attractive force we have defined in the previous. Now this time here it has showing both repulsion as well as attraction force. By analyzing this experimental observation, I am going to make a rule, that is, say, electric charge force which shows both attractive as well as repulsive. See, by this observation what we got, by this observation I am going to conclude here, there is not one kind of electric charge here, there are two kinds of electric charges here. Because of that reason, we may getting attraction and repulsion phenomena by the electric charges. If there is only one kind of electric charge, if it is there, we should not get both attraction as well as repulsion. By this observation we can say that definitely there should be two kinds of charges, otherwise it is highly impossible to show both attraction as well as repulsion. So by this observation I am going to conclude that there are two types of charges are there. There are two types of charges are there. Say, let us discuss the nomenclature of types of charges. Before going to that, see here, as we have concluded here, there are two types of charges. It is not possible to remain one kind of charge. It is, if it is there one kind of charge, it should not shows both attractive as well as repulsive. So that say, now I am going to nomenclature of two types of charges, or I am going to give the name to the charges, different kind of charges it is, right? Say for example, body is having, see here, a system or body is there. This body is having to one kind of charges to another kind of charges. Don't decide it is positive and negative. We'll discuss before coming to this. Now I will try to discuss from this here. See here the body is glass body we have taken, here plastic body we have taken, and in both the cases we are getting repulsion. Repulsion means here glass means one kind of charge is there here. Here P charges or plastic charges are there. But because of the similar cases or similar bodies, we are getting repulsion in both the cases. But in third case, what happened? We have taken glass body having one kind of charge, and plastic body it may have another kind of charge. Because of this reason, say dissimilar it showing attractive means both the bodies are having different charges. If both the bodies are having again same charges means it should this also should show repulsive nature only, but it's showing attractive nature. So by this observation I can say that different bodies are having different charges it is. So on this discussion I am going to nomenclature the electric charges. So this discussion I am going to link with the mathematical it is. So I can't say which kind of charge is there inside the matter or particle it is, right? So I am trying to link the this discussion with the mathematically analysis. See for example, I have plus 3 quantity and mathematically I am discussing here minus 3 quantity I have. If I am going to add these two, result you will get 0. So a body is there, plus 2 quantity I have here, minus 2 quantity I have here. So net is 0. Like that, in the same mathematical discussion, I am going to take a body. This body should have some charges. Let us assume this is a plastic body, and let us assume this is another body. It is glass rod. If both the bodies are, let us assume both the bodies are having same kind of charges, and now I will give the charge to the plastic body as well as glass body. Both the bodies are having same charges. Now, say if I am going to try to brought nearer to each other, both the bodies become uncharged on bringing nearer to each other, because both the bodies are having same kind of same amount of charges here. Same amount of charges means result you will get 0. 0 is nothing but what it shows. It shows uncharged, or the body is losing its strength. It shows it is, right? So based on this, we have named the two types of charges. One is positive charge, another one is negative charge. One is positive charge, another one is negative charge. We have named here, right? See, as we have discussed in the previous charged body, we have discussed how the body became charged. And simply we have discussed it in the few minutes ago, that is if two charged body brought nearer to each other, the spark will come out, the body become discharged. Simply we have discussed it here. So now in briefly I am going to discuss how the body become charged, how we can give the charge to the body, that I am going to discuss here. There are some methods are there to charge the body. By experimental method, here we got the how to charge the body, right? Okay, see here how the body became charged, that we are discussing now here. So how the body became charged, or how we can give the charge to the body. So by some experimental method we got, by some different methods we can make the body charge. So here just written here methods of charging. Under that, first one is charging by conduction, second one is charging by induction, and one more third one, or it is fundamental method, it is, that is charging by friction. By friction also we can give the charge to the body. It is fundamental method it is. So we may consider or they may not consider. In some textbook they may consider it as a three methods of charging. In some textbook they are considered as charging by conduction and charging by induction. But charging by friction is a fundamental it is, right? So by charging by friction, before going to this, as we have discussed in the previous sessions, the nature of the electric charges, attraction, repulsion, what we have said. By observing all those things, finally we came to know that the basic property of the electric charge is like charges repel each other, unlike charges attract each other. That is the what basic or fundamental property of electric charge. And by that experiment also we may came to know that there is not one kind of charge, there are two kinds of charges are there. These two things we came to know that by the previous electric charge observations. Now we are going to discuss how we can make the body charge. See, under that, first one is charging by conduction. Charging by conduction, for the small experimental method I have taken here a stand or insulator rod. You take insulator, it should not, see, you should have a little idea regarding insulator and conductor. Insulator, it is a material, and as well as conductor also material. Substance is divided into three categories: conductor, insulator and semiconductors. See, conductor is nothing but which is easily allowed to conduct the electric charges through them. Such a substances or such a bodies we will call it as a conductors. And other some bodies are there, those bodies will not allow to pass the electric charges through them. Such a bodies we will call it as a insulators. And remaining some bodies are there in the nature, those bodies partially they will allow to pass the electric charges through them. So such a bodies we will call it as a semiconductor. Semi means partially. At a high temperature they will allow to pass the electric charges. At a low temperature they won't allow to pass the electric charges through them. Such a materials we call it as a semiconductors. Just I will write the types of substance here, just for the basic knowledge. Types of substance here, that is, first one is conductor, second one is insulator, and third one is semiconductor. You should have the idea regarding this. That's all. It is two basic thing. It is conductor is nothing but some bodies are there in the nature, those bodies which allows to pass the electric charge through them. Such a bodies we will call it as a conductor. Insulator is nothing but some bodies are there in the nature, those bodies will not allow to pass the electric charges easily. Such a bodies we will call it as a insulators. And semi means partially. Some bodies are there in the nature, those bodies partially they will allow to pass the electric charges in some situation. Some situation means at a high temperature they will allowed to pass the electric charge through them. At a low temperature, they won't allowed to pass the electric charge through them. This is what regarding the types of substances in the nature. So here we are discussing here how we can make the body charge. How we can make the body charge. See, insulator stand I have taken. On this conductor I have placed here. Conductor. Give the name B. I have given the name to this B. Right? And now what I will do, I will take another body A. This is what it is, charged body. I have taken. I will take the charged body. Charged body. This is what it is, handle, and it is completely insulating material. Purpose of this insulating material is the charges should not pass through our body to the ground, right? So purpose of this is insulator. Now I will touch the charged body to this uncharged body. To this, I will touch the charged body to this uncharged body like this. I am going to take the charged body, completely charged body, and this charged body I am going to touch the uncharged body. This uncharged body loses the charges. That means, see here, this negatively charged particle from the B move towards here, because this body A is having positively charged. Unlike charges, as we have discussed in the previous, unlike charges attract each other, like charges repel each other. So if I am going to take positively charged body, this body will attract the negatively charged particle from this body B. So all the negatively charged particle moves in this body. Remain what will happen here? Remains here only positively charged. That means this uncharged body becomes charged. When we may confirm the body is charged, so it is very simple thing. It is very simple. Let us assume it is a body. Any kind of a body you can take. That body is having equal number of positive charge and equal number of negative charges. For example, 2 positive charges are there, 2 negative charges are there. By doing some process, I will remove one negatively charged particle here. What happened here? Majority of charge is positive, minority here become negatively charged. So this body appears as a positively charged body. So if I remove one electron or one negative charge from this body, major part of this body contains positive. So this body appears as a positively charged body. That means, and in other way, at this time I can say that here deficiency of electrons is there, this body is charged. How we can say that? Mathematically I am going to prove this. Here 2 charges are there, 2 positive charges are there, 1 negative charge is there. Add these two. So what? 2 minus 1 means remain 1. The total net charge of this body is 1. It is like that. It is. If it is having, say, I won't remove any kind of, before removing the charge, having 2 positive charge, having 2 negative charges. Total net, how much it is? 0. Net charge of this body is 0. Now this body is uncharged. If I want to charge this body, I should remove a kind of any kind of a charge it is. I will remove one negative charge. Now this body is charged. Which kind of charge it is? Positively charged. At the same time,
to the same body, two positive charges are there, two negative charges are there. I will add one more negative charge to this body. Now this body also charged. I can say this body also charged. Why it is? Because here deficiency of positive charges are there, majority of negative charges are there. This body appears as a negatively charged body. So by this observation, what I deficiency of charges or excess of charges itself is what? Itself is what? Charging. Deficiency or excess of charges to the body becomes uncharged body, becomes charged body, right? So this is the thing, it is deficiency or excess of charges in a body becomes body charged. Now see, so that when I touch the charged body to the uncharged body, if it is positively charged rod, this positively charged rod attracts all the negatively charged from this body. This body becomes only positively charged body. So how we are appearing this body? This body is appearing as a only positively charged. Here deficiency of negatively charged body is there. Here deficiency of what? Negative charges. Excess of what? Positive charges. Right? So that this uncharged body becomes charged. This is a method of doing uncharged body become charged by the method of what? Charging by conduction, means by contacting the charged body to the uncharged body, we may give the charge to the uncharged body. This is one process, it is our one method how we can give the charge to the uncharged body. It is. Now see here, this is the second one. Second one is charging by induction process. It is charging by induction. In the previous, conduction is nothing but by physical touching. I am what we have done by physical touching. We have done uncharged body become charged. Now this is dead opposite to this. It is without touching. I am going to give the charge to the uncharged body. Let us consider it is a metal sphere. In the say this is metal sphere I have taken, and this is a negatively charged plastic rod I have taken here. See why plastic is only negative, why glass is positive. When we rub two bodies, this body acquires positive, this body acquires negative. This we will discuss in the later. You will get the idea. When we rub the glass rod with the silk, glass will acquires a positive charge, silk acquires negative charge. Why not silk positive? Why not a glass negative? That we will discuss in the last of this discussion. You will get the idea how it is, right? See here metal sphere I have taken, here plastic rod I have taken. Plastic rod, this plastic rod is negatively charged plastic rod I have taken. Now in the second place I will try to bring the plastic rod nearer the, I will not touch, I am not going to touch here. I will bring the plastic rod nearer the rod. What happened here in the first case? While bringing the plastic rod nearer the metal rod, this is, however, it is negatively charged body. So this negatively charged body will try to attract the positively charged body from the metal sphere. As a result of this, what happens here? All the positively charged particles comes to this side, and remaining negatively charged particle comes to opposite of this side. Why it is? Because negative repel. So this negative charge will move far, and these are the positively charged particle try to attract here, right? And I am not touching here. Now what I will do? By bringing nearer the metal sphere, this phenomena we are observing here, right? So now what I will do? I will try. Now I will take a wire and I will earth this wire to the ground. Grounding or earthing is nothing but excess of charges passes through the what wire to the ground. So that is what earthing or grounding we can say. So now I will connect the metal sphere to the ground through the wire. So if any excess of negative charges are there, those negative charges will move to the surface of the earth. So in the second case, I have done the earthing. Earthing is nothing but all the negatively charged particles move to the surface of the earth. So these all the charges will move towards the surface. Now this metal sphere remain which kind of charges? Only positively charged. Deficiency of negative charge, and this whole sphere appears as a positively charged body. Now this body is completely charged. Now what I will do? I will remove the plastic rod. In the last figure you may observe here, I will remove. So all the positively charged particle will distribute throughout the metal sphere, because positive can't each other, right? So that all the positively charged particles distribute throughout the body. Now this body is completely charged. This is another method of charging the body by this second method. Charging by induction is nothing but what it is without touching. Just I am going to do this process by experimental observation. We got these two methods, and one more last I would like to discuss here. That is one more method is there to charge the body. That is charging by friction. That is third one you may take, or fundamental method it is. So that is why I did not mention in the methods of charging. It is a very fundamental method of charging the bodies. That is what friction by charging it is, right? When two bodies are rubbing each other, two suitable bodies are rubbing each other, the bodies get charged. For example, I would like to give the example. I will take one glass rod. I will take one for example, silk you take. I will rub both the bodies. This glass rod will acquire positive. This cloth is gets negatively charged. Why silk is getting negative? Why the glass is getting positive only? Say doing some plenty of experiment. Scientists finally they have made a member of series. That series we are calling it as a electrostatic series. Electrostatic series is nothing but when the body is rubbing to the another kind of a body, which kind of charges they are acquiring, whether why the glass is acquiring only positive, why the silk is acquiring negative, why not silk positive, why not glass negative. So see, these are the questions are there in our mind. So there is a answer is there to this questions. See, by performing plenty of experiments, experiment is nothing but by rubbing the different types of bodies. We have checked here different kinds of body, what type of charging they are acquiring. So by doing all the experimental methods, finally they have given a series. It is one by one. First one is glass, second one is another, third one is silk, fourth one is another. In this series, what it indicates, first one or which one is having higher number and which one is having lower number. They have given a numbers. Just I will try to note here, that later you will get the idea here. What are the things we are discussing here? Okay, see here what we are discussing here in the previous scenes from the previous. When we rub the glass rod with the silk, when we rub the glass rod with the wool, the glass rod is getting positively charged and the wool is getting negatively charged, or the silk is getting negatively charged. These are the things we are discussing since from the introduction part of this chapter. It is, see, anyhow, why the glass rod is only getting positive, why the silk is negative, why not silk is positive? See, these are the questions we may arise here. So the scientists are done plenty of experiments or trials on this. It is very simple trials or experiment. It is having a laboratory proof also. It is why these particular bodies are getting this kind of charges only, why the particular body is getting another kind of charges only. See, this is, and it is not restricted. This body will get only positive, this body will get only negative. It is depend on the body interacting with other body. It is depend on the body. This is, let us assume this is silk. This silk is getting, whether it is getting positive or whether it is getting negative, it is depend on this silk is, it is interacting which kind of body it is, whether this body is interacting with metal, whether this body is interacting with the glass, whether this silk is interacting with wool. It is depend on with which this silk is interacting, depend on that this silk will get a positive or negative. How it has decided? By the experimental observation, scientists have concluded this. It is laboratory proof also is there. That means in the nature, how many materials we got, insulator materials and other materials collecting by rubbing different materials, by rubbing different trials, which kind of, what kind of charge is getting, what kind of charge is getting, by recording all the details regarding these charges. Finally, they have made a series. Series means list, you may call, or member of substances. Member of substances. In this series, there are 9 substances they have given here. The first one is glass, flannel, wool, silk, hard metal, hard rubber, sealing wax, and resin or plastic body, and finally sulfur. These are the substance they are given in the particular manner, and you should also remember in this order only. Glass should not taken as other number. Glass should be, you have taken first number only. It is, the reason is there. It is by doing multiple experimentals, laboratory experiment. Actually, it is not there in your syllabus, but even though you should have the idea regarding this, how the body is getting positive, how the body is getting negative. See, by doing the plenty of experiments or plenty of trials. Trials means I will take the glass, I will rub with the flannel, I will rub with the wool, the glass rub with the silk. By doing all these trials, but the glass is getting only one kind of charge. It is, the glass is getting only one kind of, that is positively charged. That means glass is losing their negatively charged particles immediately while interacting with any other substances out of this. So if any body, if it has losing negatively charged by doing some process, whether you may rub or you may any other process, if the body is losing negatively charged, means it become only positive. So by doing the experimental observation, we got here the body, the glass body is losing the negatively charged particle so instantly, immediately, as compared to all. So like that they have done all the trials with all the bodies, like that. Flannel rubbed with the glass, flannel rubbed with the wool, flannel rubbed with the silk. By doing all this, flannel while rubbing with the glass, flannel getting negative, and at the same time flannel while rubbing with the wool, flannel become positive here. This is experimentally they got. So flannel they given as a name second series. That means, what the meaning here? Higher order substances will get positive, lower order substances will get negative. And positive or negative, it is depend on which kind of bodies are interacting here. For example, silk is interacting with plastic. In this case, what happened? Plastic is lower order body, it is a substance. This body will get negatively charged and this body will get positively charged. In the second trial, I had done it is experimentally. Silk I will rub with wool. Silk become negative, wool become positive. So wool I have fixed in third number. Like that, I have tried all these silk, again rubbed with another, that is hard metal. Silk become positive, hard metal become negative. Silk with the hard rubber become negative, silk become positive. Again silk become wax become negative, silk become. By doing this, we have arranged this. By doing these trials, we have arranged in such a way that the higher order substances will get positive, lower order substances will get negativities, right? So for example, these two bodies I am interacting, or these two bodies I am rubbing. This sulfur become negative and plastic become positive. In the previous example, plastic rod I have taken. Whether it is positive or negative, it is depend on what, with which body I am interacting, with which body I am going to interact with that body. It depend on that, it is my positive or it is my negative. See, if I am going to rub these two body, plastic become positive, sulfur become negative. Again, instead of this, if I am going to interact these two body, plastic become negative in this case, and sealing wax become positive. By doing all these experiments, they have made the series one by one they have made the series. And finally, in this series, the substance glass is always gets positive only. Glass. Why it is? Because when we may say positively charged, this is positively charged body, when we can say this is negatively charged body. Already we have discussed in the previous. If negative charge will come out from this body, then this body appears as a positively charged, like that. By the glass will lose their charges while interacting with the other body immediately, so that body becomes positive immediately. So in this manner, they have given the series. That is what electrostatic series we call here, right? And you should try to remember this. They may ask in the CET question or somewhere in the 1 mark question, when the glass rod rubbed with the silk, what type of charged glass will acquire? 1 mark question they may ask. Your answer is positive. When the glass rod is rubbed with sulfur, what kind of charge will acquire by the glass? Again, answer is positive charge, because this is higher order. It is higher order. Same another question also we may frame. When the wool is rubbed with glass, what type of charge will acquire by the wool? Negative, because wool is lower order as compared to glass. Wool is negative. When the wool is rubbed with the sulfur, what kind of charge will acquire by the wool? That is positive. So positive or negative is depend on the body this wool is with which it has going to interact. It is depend on that it is. This is regarding the electrostatic series. I hope you understand all these things what we have discussed in the previous sessions. And now since from the previous we are discussing here charged body, uncharged body, this is having positively charged body, this is having negatively charged body. We are discussing many things here regarding the charge. So how I can say this body is having charge, or this body is charged body, or this body is uncharged body? Is there any laboratorical proof? Yes, there is a laboratorical proof is there. I can say with the result, this body whether it is charged or uncharged, I can say this by the small experimental method, if this body is having a charge or not. That is what presence of charge I am going to test here by a small experimental method. See, for this small experimental method, that is method is electroscope. Name is electroscope. By electroscope method, I am going to say, by the electroscope method I am going to check the presence of charge in the material. See, here I have taken electroscope arrangement. Electroscope arrangement is very simple. I have taken a metal rod. On the metal rod, we have fixed a metal disc, and at the end of the metal rod, I have taken a very thin, light mass leaf. I have taken, that is made up of gold leaf. I have taken gold leaf. I have taken like this, gold leaf, like this. We have hanged in such a way that here we have hanged in such a way that to the rod, right? See, the purpose of gold is a very good conductor which sends immediately if the body is having a charges. Anyhow, this is, we have hanged here. This is made up of gold leaf. It is very thin and very light mass. What is the purpose of light mass here? We will discuss. So before going to that, we will discuss the presence of charge. See, the purpose of this electroscope experiment is to know the presence of charge and to know the potential difference in the body, right? Anyhow, see, two major things are there here to know the presence of charge and also to know the potential difference. These are the two major purpose of this experiment. By this experiment, we can get these two things. It is, anyhow, this is metal disc. I will take, see here, I will take a positively charged rod or any kind of charged rod you may take. If I will take positively charged rod, and now I will touch this positively charged rod to this metal disc. However, it is a metal disc, as we have discussed how the uncharged body become uncharged. So if it is a positively charged body, when the positively charged body contact to this metal disc, say this become positively charged, right? This become positively charged because all the negative charge will attract by this body. So this become positively charged. So that this gold leaf also acquire positive only. This gold leaf also acquire positive. Try to remember in the previous what we have discussed. Similar kind of charges, what happens? They will repel each other. This foil becomes like this. This foil become like this. If they are having similar kind of charges, they will repel like this, right? So however, if I am touching one kind of, whether it is positive or negative, this leaf also get the same kind of charges. So this what shows presence of charge. See, let us assume this body is uncharged. Which does not show any kind of deflection. If this body is uncharged, this gold leaf does not show any kind of deflection. What it means? It means this body is uncharged. I will take one body. I will take one body and I will touch this body to the uncharged body. If this metal foil will diverge, if this metal foil will diverge means this body is charged. This body is charged. On touching this body to this metal disc, if there is no deflection we are getting means this body is uncharged. Simple thing it is. If this body is having positively charged means this whole rod get positive and this gold foil also get positive only. Positive gets repel each other. They will diverge. Right? So the strength of the charge of this body is measured by angle of deflection of the gold foil. Angle of deflection of the gold foil. This is small, and for the remaining is some arrangements are there. To prevent the air disturbance to this foil, we may take a glass jar. This is remaining part. It is not important. This is what it is. This is measure what we have discussed. This is regarding what we have discussed here. Concept of gold leaf electroscope. Okay, once I will revise the headings what we have discussed since from the previous last classes also. See, concept of electrostatics we have started here. Electrostatics is a branch of physics which deals with the study of rest charges. So electro means charge, static means rest. Regarding the rest charges we came to discuss here. So finally physics start from nature itself. From the nature we got how the electric charge word came. By the discussion we got here. Charge means applying the force. Electric charge is a property or characteristics of a body or particle which applies the force on the other body. These are the things. And at the same time so by the some experimental observation we got some properties of electric charges also. Properties of electric charges, which are those? There are two kinds of charges are there. This is basic. Along with that, one more important property is okay, I will write the properties. Finally, I will write the properties of electric charges. Okay, see here already we have discussed in the theoretical part clearly properties of electric charges by experimental observation, attraction, repulsion, everything we have discussed here. Just I have tried to note the properties of electric charges here. Once I will go through this, concentrate here. Like charges repel each other, unlike charges attract each other. This is experimentally we got here. And magnitude of the electron and proton. Say still up to here we did not discuss regarding electron and proton. This will discuss in the next class. However, until that you should consider this sentence as a negatively charged particle and positively charged particle. Magnitude of negatively charged particle and positively charged particle is same and equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Coulomb is the unit of charge. We'll see in the last what is meant by coulomb. Right? Coulomb is a unit. However, all the quantities should have unit to measure. Like that, to measure the charge, coulomb is the unit. Right? Electric charge is additive in nature. Is nothing but what? Electric charge. Already we have discussed it. Additive is nothing but total charge on the object is algebraic sum of the charges located at different points in the object. Total algebraic sum of all the points on the object is algebraic sum of charges located at different points on the object. It is right. So that is what additive in nature. Additive in nature. So next one, charges are conserved. This is very important here. Conserve is nothing but say by rubbing or by doing some process we may do uncharged body become charged, but we can't create the number of charges. We can make the uncharged body become charged body, but we can't create the charges. Right? For example, this body having n number of this body having 10 charges, this body having 10 charges. By rubbing, this body acquire 12 charges. That means this body takes 2 charge from this body. That means it should this body lose the charges, but those 2 charges acquired by this body. So total number of charges by these two system is again 10 10 20 only. It is simple here. This body having 10 charge, this body also having 10 charge. By rubbing, this body become 12, means again this body become 8. Now this body again 12 plus 8 20 only. Before rubbing 10 plus 10 it was 20 only. So number of charges we can't create or we can't destroy. We can transfer from one body to another body. Charge we can transfer from one body to another body. It is a characteristics of the body. Try to remember, it is very important. Charge is a characteristics of body. We can transfer from one body to another body. Before it was 10. By rubbing it become 8, it become 12. That means we can transfer the charge from one body to another body, but we can't destroy the charges. Deficiency of 2 charges is acquired by this. So again total number 20, here also total number is 20. That is what conserved, right? So the total number of charges in an isolated system is same. Charges are conserved, neither be created nor be destroyed. See, electric charges are on an object is unaffected by the motion of object. For example, this body is in motion. The motion of this body does not affect on the electric charges on this body. That is, it doesn't affect. The body moves from here to here. It does not affect on the number of charges, right? It is remains same. So already we have discussed all those things, but when we are analyzed, we will get all this, right? So these are the what some properties of electric charges. And finally one more is there, that is charge is quantized. Quantized is nothing but charge is always equals to integral multiple of basic charge. Always integral multiple. See, charge is equal to integral multiple of basic charges. So n is nothing but what? 1 2 3. 1 into this is what it is, basic charge. Basic charge value is 1.6 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. One charge value, whether it may be positive or negative, whether it may be positive charge or negative charge, the value of one charge is 1.6 10 to the power of minus 19. This value of charge we got experimentally, we'll see. See, this is what charge is quantized. That means charges are discrete, they are not continuous. By this we can get charge is quantized is nothing but charges are discrete in nature, not continuous, right? So this is, and finally as I said here, coulomb, and value of this is written in coulomb. Coulomb is nothing but the unit of electric charge is coulomb. It is unit of charge is electric charge is coulomb. So 1 coulomb is nothing but charge on 625 10 to the power of 16 electrons. 16 electrons. This much of quantity of electrons become 1 coulomb, right? Coulomb is the name of the scientist. He made this standard unit. This much of electron is equal to some standard. This is a basic. Other lower than this we can't identify even also, right? So this is the basic he has made. 1 coulomb is nothing but this much of electrons is there. 1 coulomb is equal to. So charge, value of one charge. So one charge is nothing but 1 divided by this value. 1 divided by this value is equal to 1.6 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. So see here, note is very important here. That is, charge on an electron has been found experimentally. This value we got experimentally. Up to here we have discussed regarding the charge. Now let us demo. Let me show the demo, the behavior of charges. Okay students, what we have discussed in the whole session, let us try to demo. how the uncharged body become charged. It is a glass rod, and I have taken here woolen. I will rub this woolen to this. I will rub this woolen with the glass rod. Let us demo whether it say before rubbing. Just I will check it while taking nearer. While taking nearer, doesn't affect, right? So once I will try this. Once I will rub it. Right, little some paper bits are lifting. Okay, once again I will check it here. Right, the paper bits are lifting here. That means this glass rod acquires a attractive nature by rubbing with the woolen. Right, like this many examples we may observe in our nature. You may also try. One more small thing I would like to try here. Okay, see here I taken plastic pipe, and here I taken again woolen. Just I will try to rub here. We'll check whether it attracts or not. It is right, practically. Right, while reaching this body nearer the paper bits getting lift because of the attraction power of this glass rod. So these are the some real example and observations to know. And one more I will try to show this. Okay, one more last I'm going to try this. Let us see whether it is happen or not. This is a plastic pipe again. It is just I will rub with the wool, and I will stand here. Right, this acquires positive and our hand acquires negative. If it whether it attracts towards the hand or not, just I'm trying to check here. Right, okay. See how it attracts towards our hand. The negative charges of this body attracted and passes through our body through the surface of the earth. This is what some simple behavior or nature of the electric charges we can observe. You may also try to get the idea regarding the concept, and remaining part regarding the proton electron in atomic theory little bit we'll try to discuss in the next class. Thank you.